Hi, I'm Marc Bauer. I'm from the French Culinary Institute. I'd like to show you how to make crème brûlée. You're going to use about 2 cups of cream, 1/3 of a cup of sugar, 4 egg yolks, and half a vanilla bean. It's a fruit of an orchid. It goes through a process of fermentation and drying. And most of them come from the region of Madagascar. It's called a bourbon vanilla bean. You can use vanilla extract if you want to, but it's better to use a vanilla bean. The vanilla bean should be soft. What you do is not dry it out. You can slice it in half. And here's how you remove the vanilla flavor from the bean. You remove those grains, and these are delicious, to which you add half a vanilla bean also. Both will add a delicious flavor and color to your crème brûlée. And now we're going to add the cream, 2 cups of cream. If you don't have the vanilla bean, you can use a teaspoon of vanilla extract. I'm just going to scald it. That means it should be like about 140 degrees or so. So at the same time the cream is warming up, I'm going to whisk the egg yolks with the sugar. There's a term called blanching. I'm going to blanch the yolks with the sugar by stirring, just to make sure that the yolks and the sugar are well mixed together. I'm going to take my cream, which has been scalding at a low temperature, so that the vanilla flavor will mix with the cream, and I'm going to temper this cream into the yolks, which is adding about 1 ounce or 2 into the yolks. This will allow the mixture not to cook when I pour it into the cream. That's it. I'm tempered it and pour it all at once. At this point, I can strain it, and it's ready to be stirred into a ramekin. Now, my mixture is thoroughly stirred. I want to make sure I don't add too much air into my custard, otherwise it's going to interact in my final product. At this point, I'm going to strain it through a bouillon strainer. Remove the vanilla bean or any eggshells that might be into my custard. At this point, you can remove the air bubbles. One nice little trick is to use a blowtorch. You'll find this in a hardware store. It's used for plumbing usually, but you turn it on and it removes the bubbles immediately. You can also, if any bubbles are left, remove them with a 2-ounce ladle until the surface is completely clear, except for the specks of a vanilla bean. Once all the bubbles are removed, I'm going to cook the custard in a water bath. And the reason for it is so that the little ramekins of crème brûlée will not overcook easily. So I put a wet towel on the bottom. It can be paper, parchment paper. And I will pour also some boiling water at the end too. So at this point, I'll fill in the ramekin. The ramekin should be filled almost to the top. I will need to remove the bubbles at the end too. As I pour the custard in the ramekins, some bubbles get created. To the end, pour the rest in. And that's it. Before you fill in the last ramekin, you need to pour some water up to about halfway to the ramekin. You'll give me some space so that no water gets poured into the ramekin by accident. I only pour it halfway just in case I wobble on my way into the oven. And this is boiling water. It will allow you to cook the crème brûlée fast. It'll take about 30 to 35 minutes to cook. at a 325-degree oven. Now we add the last ramekin, and we're all set. It'll be baked. So my crème brûlée had been cooking for about 35 minutes at 325 degrees. I'm going to check them out. So I slice them, and they should be wiggling like jelly. So I check it out like this. Up, definitely, ready to go. So my crème brûlée are set. I'm going to remove them. I won't use my fingers, it's a little hot at this point. Use a pair of tongs. Watch out that no water goes into the crème brûlée. So I'm going to put them in a refrigerator for about 4 hours until completely chilled. So as soon as our crème brûlée are chilled, it's been about 4 hours now, I'm going to take them out, pour some sugar. You can be generous with it because the excess will come off like this. That's it. I leave a little bit. I clean the sides. And note that once I cleaned up the ramekin, I will put it in a completely clean sheet pan because once I use my blowtorch, it would burn the sugar on a sheet pan. So I can recycle this sugar. And now we're ready to finish the crème brûlée. I stay about 2 to 3 inches away. I let it set for a while. You can see it starts to be golden brown right away. And it will allow the heat to be more even. Once it's golden brown and I wait for about 10 seconds, I can go back again and finish them. I want to have 1 or 2 burnt spots. There we go. You can see I have a couple of burnt spots. It gives a delicious, bitter hint, but very sweet, wonderful with the crème brûlée. There we are. We have a crème brûlée for dessert.